بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين أجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Alhamdulillah, we have tawfiq to continue our study of history of Shia Islam. We studied Safavid Dynasty. Tonight, inshallah, we study two more Shia dynasties. One is Afsharid Dynasty and the other is Zandi. Afsharis are a group of governors in Iran who were from Turkoman. These people used to live in northwestern Iran and eastern of Turkey, current Turkey. But then Shah Ismail the Safavid moved them from northwestern Iran and eastern Turkey to northeastern Iran to defend against Uzbeks. Because many times Uzbeks, used to attack from there. Even in the time of Shah Abbas, the Safavid, Shah Abbas the first, he had a battle with Uzbeks and managed to defeat them. So this tribe was moved to northeastern Iran, and initially they were helping and working for the Safavids, and Nader, the king, who became later king, was enjoying high position in the Safavid government because of his bravery and his capabilities in battles, etc. In the year 1148, he declared the end of Safavid era because Safavid dynasty went to decline, as I said, in the time of Shah Sultan Hussein, who was ruling Isfahan. Some Afghans attacked and defeated the king. So still there were some Safavid, but in 1148 Nader said this is the end of Safavid dynasty, and he declared himself as the king of Iran. And he managed to take back many parts of Iran. So from the time of fall of Sassanids, 651 Christian era, Iran was never that much united. So he managed to have large Iran together under one central government. From Mawara un-Nahr in Iraq, Dejle and Furat, and up to Delhi in India. All the countries around the Persian Gulf, all were part of Iran. But there were not many strong kings like Nader Shah himself in this dynasty. So it didn't last long. In 1218, just 80 years after Nader Shah declared himself as the king. This dynasty was finished by Fath Ali Qajar, and the king of that time, which was Nader Mirza Afshar, not the same Nader Shah. Another Nader was taken as captive and then killed. So only 6 people ruled in Afsharid Dynasty. 2 of them had control over all the territory, but the more recent ones, they were only ruling over some part. Even before their fall, there was Zand Dynasty that established in 1163. I will talk about them. They were ruling over most of Iran, but they didn't want to totally dismiss Afsharis. So Karim Khan Zand let Nader Mirza Afshar to rule over Khurasan, and he didn't declare, I am king. He said, I am Wakil al-Ra'aya. Wakil al-Ra'aya. Not I'm not king. I am just agent for citizens, for people. I'm just trying to help them sort out things. So he didn't declare, I'm a king and I have to get rid of the other king. He tried the other king to remain, in a small place or in a province, and he was ruling most of the country. So Afsharids, from the time of Nader Shah Afshar, whose grave is in Mashhad, if you go to Mashhad, you can go and see the tomb of the Nader Shah. It's in a crossroad, Charai Khosravi they call. So from that powerful position, they went to decline. Karim Khan Zand, if you go to Shiraz, there are many places which are made in his time. Even in Tehran, we have a boulevard called Karim Khan Zand. Normally, we don't have boulevards after kings, but we have boulevard after Karim Khan. So Karim Khan and Nader Shah both were Shia, but they had some differences in their policies when it comes to religious affiliation. So Shah Abbas, the first, they call him Great Shah Abbas, he was the one that was very clearly, declaring Shia. And as we said, he was giving prominence to ulama. Sheikh Bahai, for example, was Sheikhul Islam for part of his, governance. Ulama had a role, but Nader, although he himself was Shia, but tried to find a way that would be pleasing non-Shia as well. Therefore, he mainly talked about Shia as a fiqhi mazhab, not as official mazhab of the state. And asked the Ottoman Empire also to recognize Shia as a fiqhi mazhab. He limited the power of ulama. He organized meetings and discussions between Shia and Sunni ulama, especially in Najaf, and also tried to pressurize Osmani or Ottomans to take a more open policy towards the Shia. So he tried to take more open policy towards Sunni and asked them to do the same with Shia. This is about Afsharis, Nadir Shah. Zandis were more clearly Shia. So Nadir was taking a different route than Shah Abbas, and Zandis went closer again back to Shah Abbas. Not exactly, but again they stressed more on Shia identity, and we've referred to some of their policies. When you consider the coins which were made in the time of Zandis, you see they coined coins with the name of 14 Ma'sumin. They were in their heart Shia. They were stressing on some Shia practices and religious practices, making masjid, making madrasas, promoting religious occasions. But unfortunately, sometimes we find that some of them were also drinking. They had, for example, Haram Sarah, which we find also in some other dynasties also, that so they had a special, place. They had many, wives, and so sometimes in this kind of thing they were not very much close to the, Islamic practice, or at least ulama's practice and religious people's practice. So sometimes they were drinking, sometimes maybe dancing, singing could take place in their inner places. But they were, on the other hand, respecting ulama, respecting madrasas, making, even sometimes if people, had issues, difficulties, they're asking ulama to do shafa'ah for them. And because of shafa'ah ulama, they were forgiving people that were supposed to be, for political reasons or other reasons, being punished. The positions of Shaykhul Islam and Sadr that were in the time of Safavids existed in the time of Zandis, but with less power. And mostly ulama had the role of judgment, like qada. This was the main position. But they had the least interaction compared to the time of Safavids, like Shah Abbas. In Shiraz, if you go, you find Masjid al-Wakil. It's made in the time of Zandis. Bazar Wakil. And other places, there are takaya, places for mourning for Imam Hussein alayhi salam, they call it takiya, madrasa. Even sometimes they were making districts in the city with the name of 14 Ma'sumin. Paying attention also to the ziyarah of the maqabir and the shrines, etc. But also Karim Khan was open to other religions and other denominations of Islam. So he was not pressurizing Sunnis or Jews or Christians or Zoroastrians. Everyone was enjoying kind of freedom in their religion, and they were paying tax, in an equal way, and enjoying from the benefits of the government. So this is a very brief discussion about Afsharids and Zandis. Inshallah, next we will discuss Shia dynasties in India. In India, we will discuss, inshallah, the Shia dynasties. That is very important, needs at least one session to see how Shia Muslims expanded, grew in India, how they ruled. Even some of them were ruling up to 1974. Some of them up to very recent time, they were ruling. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.